Hey guys, AnimCap here. Today I'll recap you the story about the spy who adopted a mind-reading girl. In the last season, Anya saves a drowning kid and the Academy rewards her with a Stella Star. To praise Anya, Twilight and Yor decide to fulfill her wish and purchase a pet dog for her as a reward. One day they come to choose the dog at a pet shop where all the dogs look fierce. Anya doesn't like them because she wants a cute dog. But at this moment Twilight suddenly receives an urgent mission and he leaves the shop with an excuse. The spy organization he works for captured a terrorist. The boy is unwilling to reveal anything until he sees that the leader of the terrorists is also captured, who keeps blaming all the crimes on the boy. The boy thinks he is betrayed, so he volunteers to tell the base of the terrorist organization and an important information that the terrorists trained some dogs to complete the attack for them. But the boy doesn't realize that the leader is disguised by Twilight, whose goal is to drive a wedge between the boy and his organization. Meanwhile, two terrorists are walking with dogs. One of the dogs, a white dog, suddenly rushes out and bites a kid's clothes. Soon a billboard falls in front of the kid. It turns out that the white dog has experienced secret experiments and it can predict future now. After saving the kid, it meets Anya and predicts that it will become a member of Anya's family. Anya reads the white dog's mind, curiously following it to a warehouse. Meanwhile, Yor is choosing the pet dog. When she finds Anya missing, she quickly jumps to the ceiling to scan the whole hall but still doesn't find Anya. She saw the news before that there are who specialize in kidnapping girls and selling them to remote places as brides. She fears that Anya was kidnapped and feels so anxious. In the warehouse, Anya overhears the terrorists discussing the plan about using the dogs to attack. Not long after, she is captured by one of the terrorists. To avoid exposing the plan, the leader of the terrorists decides to kill Anya. At this moment, the white dog chews through the rope and rushes out, intending to protect Anya. But when a terrorist takes out a steel rod, the white dog is too scared to resist. At the critical moment, a phone call attracts all terrorists' attention, saying that the spy organization has found out their base and they have to leave as soon as possible. The white dog seems to have predicted the phone call so long ago, taking Anya to escape from the warehouse when the terrorists don't pay attention to them. By reading the white dog's mind, Anya knows it also has superpower just like her. So she commands the white dog to run to Yor and she asks for help from the passers-by at the same time. But they all think Anya is playing a game and don't offer help. Because the white dog is too old, the terrorists quickly catch up with them. Soon the white dog and Anya are in danger. Luckily, Yor hears Anya's shouting for help and follows it. Finally she finds them. She shows her expertise as a killer, kicking a terrorist away and finally saving Anya. Yor's coming makes Anya feel safe. Anya hides in Yor's arms with ease and cries. At this moment, the leader of the terrorists orders the brown dog to attack Yor, but Yor is so powerful that the dog is too scared to attack her. The leader can only leave his man aside and flee with the dog. To stay with Anya, Yor doesn't chase after the leader, and then she gently hugs Anya and comforts her. After that, she calls the police with a public telephone, lying that she saw someone unconscious with an intention of letting the police deal with the terrorist. When Yor makes her call, the white dog is predicting the future, and Anya also sees it by reading the dog's mind. It shows that at 5 p.m. there will be a great explosion nearby the clock tower and Twilight will die of it. Anya feels so anxious and wants to stop it from happening, but she knows if she tells Yor about it, her superpower will be exposed. So she decides to leave Yor alone, leading the white dog to the clock tower. When Yor hangs up the phone, it's too late for her to catch up with them. At this moment, Anya and the white dog arrive at the clock tower plaza. However, she doesn't know how to read the time on the clock, so she can't figure out when it will explode. But then she asks a nearby man about the time and knows the predicted explosion will happen in 30 minutes. She hurriedly looks for the leader of the terrorists everywhere with the white dog, and then she finds the leader and the brown dog just left a house. She quickly hides around the corner to avoid being exposed, but the brown dog smells their scents and intends to tell the leader. However, the leader is anxious to leave the scene and doesn't notice Anya and the white dog. By reading the leader's mind, Anya knows the house is one of his bases and he has planted a bomb in the house with an intention of killing those who figured out his bases. After the leader and the brown dog leave, Anya and the white dog rush to the house. According to the predicted future, as long as someone opens the door, the bomb will explode. To avoid the explosion, she climbs through a small window with her petite figure and intends to defuse the bomb herself. She learned how to defuse the bomb from the television before, knowing that it will work if she cuts a blue wire or a red wire. To her surprise, there are only black wires on this bomb. Now Anya can only tell Twilight about the bomb without revealing her superpower. At this moment, she notices the ketchup in the room and decides to leave a warning outside the door with it. After that, she leaves with the white dog. Meanwhile, Twilight also comes to this house according to his colleague's investigation. He smells the ketchup on the door and tells it to his colleagues, one of whom lets down his guard and then intends to directly break into the room. Luckily, Twilight stops him in time, thinking that there must be something wrong with these strange signs. He then mirrors the room with a piece of broken glass and notices the bomb. Soon after, he finds the secret police also come to the house, so he decides to leave some warnings and takes his colleagues away, leaving the bomb to the secret police. By the time it should explode in the prediction, nothing happens. Twilight and Anya successfully resolve a disaster. However, the crisis still exists. By interrogating captured terrorists, the spy organization knows this explosion is only used by the terrorists' leader to attract their attention. His real target is a minister sent by Westalis to visit Ostania, intending to cause a war between the two countries by attacking this minister. Fearing that the terrorists' leader will launch attacks at any time, Twilight decides to trick him. He disguises himself as the minister and drives his car away from his residence. Immediately after, a strange car follows him. Twilight keeps wandering around the city as the strange car is chasing him. He is sure that the driver of that car is definitely the terrorists' leader. But the leader is completely confused, wondering why his target is constantly wandering around. Twilight drives to a remote place intending to capture the leader with his colleagues. However, when his colleague shoots the strange car, the leader immediately throws a grenade and then rushes towards Twilight. Afterwards, Twilight throws the car and runs through the streets at a fast pace. After being fooled, the terrorist leader ties a bomb to a brown dog and orders it to rush to Twilight. Twilight removes his disguise and quickly takes out a gun, shooting off the brown dog's strap. After that, he throws the bomb into the river. It explodes on the surface of the river while the brown dog is locked up by Twilight. Realizing things got rough, the terrorist leader hurriedly drives his car to flee. However, he is so unlucky that he happens to meet Yor, who is looking for Anya everywhere. Yor recognizes him. She then jumps off the flyover and kicks his car, causing him to hit the wall and lose consciousness. After calling the police to report clues about the terrorist leader, she continues to look for Anya. Finally, she meets Anya riding a white dog and Twilight around the corner. Twilight hears what happened from Yor and then reproaches Anya for running about alone. After making sure that Anya is not injured, he feels relieved. Anya tells Twilight it was the white dog that saved her from the terrorists. Twilight learns from captured terrorists that they have purchased many dogs from the Ostania, which were used as experimental subjects. He realizes the white dog is one of them, deciding to give it to his organization. To successfully take away the white dog, he and his superior co-act a play, saying that the police need to take it for investigation. Anya reads the white dog's mind, seeing that it disappears from the image of her family, and then she shouts that she must adopt it, even saying if they don't allow her to adopt it, she won't go to the academy anymore. Worrying their mission of using Anya to approach Desmond will fail, Twilight and his superior quickly agree. The superior whispers to Twilight that he must strictly watch the white dog and prevent it from causing harm. Immediately after, the superior gently tells Anya the white dog was abused before and then asks her to take good care of it. Seeing Anya's bright smile, the superior feels happy because she once had a daughter with the same age as Anya. Since then, the white dog has been a member of Anya's family. Before that, it was tortured in experiments and abused by terrorists. It is its first time being treated as a family. The white dog excitedly wags its tail, which is the way it uses to express gratitude. Knowing that Desmond's son Damien also has a dog, Anya wants to help Twilight finish the mission by approaching Damien with a topic of dogs. She decides to test her plan on her friend Becky first and then tells her about the white dog as soon as she arrives in the academy. Becky excitedly asks Anya about the white dog's breed and age, saying that she wants to walk the dogs with Anya next time. Anya is confident that her plan must work. She tells Damien that she has got a white dog. Unexpectedly, Damien replies to her coldly, causing Anya to be devastated. But Damien likes Anya, realizing that he should show his enthusiasm. Instead, he quickly asks Anya about the white dog's name, which gives Anya hope. However, she can't answer it because she forgets to name the white dog. Finally, she misses a chance to get close to Damien. Afterwards, Anya keeps thinking about the name of the white dog and has no clue at all. When she returns home, the white dog warmly runs towards her, making Anya forget her trouble for a while. Later, she walks the white dog with Twilight. He tells Anya that since she has decided to have a pet, she must have the determination to be responsible for the pet. Anya happily makes a promise to take care of the white dog. At this moment, Anya notices people in the park playing the frisbee with their pets, excitedly imitating them. She then throws one of her shoes out as the frisbee. However, since she can't call out the white dog's name, it doesn't react at all. Seeing Anya and the white dog having fun, Twilight is lost in thought. He asks Anya to be responsible for the white dog, but he can't do it. Once the mission is over, he will leave the family. At this point Anya notices her gloves missing. Using its excellent sense of smell, the white dog finds the gloves were taken away by a fierce dog. Anya tries to get her gloves back but is frightened by the fierce dog. Seeing this, the white dog quickly stares at it fiercely, causing the fierce dog to be scared and throw away the gloves. Anya is grateful to the white dog. She thinks it is like Bond the spy who guards the princess in the anime. When they return home, Anya ties a black bow to the white dog and names it Bond. After that, Bond learns many skills under Anya's training. When Anya is tired, she lies on Bond and sleeps. Seeing this warm scene, Twilight and Yor smile at the same time. Just when everything is going well, something unusual occurs in this happy family. Twilight notices that Yor always comes back home late recently with scars on her hands. Anya also finds something abnormal by reading Bond's mind. She sees Yor crying, which makes Anya anxious. In fact, Yor's unusual behavior is caused by a misunderstanding. Yor is bad at cooking, so she thinks Twilight had the runs because of the breakfast she made, and she has been guilty all the time. After that, she asks her colleagues for tips on cooking. A kind-hearted brown-haired man says that Camilla, a blonde beauty who is good at cooking, is the best person to help Yor improve her cooking skills. At his instigation, Camilla promises to teach Yor to cook at her home. Besides, the brown-haired man also calls another colleague, Yor's brother Yuri, to give some advice. Despite Camilla's guidance, Yor still makes a meal that looks terrible. Yuri was raised by Yor and he hasn't eaten the food that Yor made for a long time, so he is very touched as soon as he tastes it. Camilla and the male colleague think that Yor's cooking skills have improved, but after they taste it out of curiosity, they both fall to the ground in pain. Later, after Camilla's patient guidance, Yor finally makes a delicious stew which is unanimously recognized by everyone, and she gains much confidence. She rushes home excitedly and offers to make dinner. Both Twilight and Anya think it will be a disaster, but they don't expect the stew made by Yor to be surprisingly delicious and praise her cooking. Looking at the satisfied expressions of her family, Yor cries with excitement. Anya is relieved to see the prophesied scene end in a happy way, and Twilight judges through careful thinking that Yor injured her hand while practicing cooking and no longer worries about her. This success gives Yor plenty of confidence. She quickly makes a meal she created which makes both Anya and Twilight fall to the ground after tasting it. It seems that Yor's cooking skills can still be improved greatly. Meanwhile, Anya intends to approach Damien again with Bond as a topic. She makes a model of Bond during a craft class, hoping to attract Damien's attention. However, Damien thinks Anya's model is too ugly and ignores her to concentrate on making his own model. Damien has not been cared about by Desmond since he was a child, and he hopes to make gorgeous models to gain Desmond's attention. Anya learns his thoughts by reading his mind and offers to help him make the model. But he soon regrets accepting Anya's help because her craft is so bad that their work looks terrible. Damien is angry and doesn't calm down until he returns home. Previously, he was beaten by Anya at school, but Desmond didn't care, so it is obviously unrealistic to attract Desmond's attention with a model. He is determined to become an imperial scholar with 8 Stella stars like his brother, believing that this is the only way to make Desmond care about him, for which Damien decides to study hard for the upcoming midterm exams. There will be 4 subjects in the midterm exam. Students are punished with a tonitrus bolt for each failure. As for Anya, she can be happy as long as she doesn't get the tonitrus bolt. Anya's original plan is to cheat in the exam with her superpower, which has a flaw that it will lose effect on the day of the new moon. Coincidentally, the midterm exam will be held during the new moon, and Anya can only ask her parents for help to improve her grades. For this reason, Yor invites Yuri, who had excellent grades in school, to tutor Anya. However, after tutoring for a day, Anya remembers nothing. Yuri eventually breaks down and leaves. Unwillingly, Anya clenches her fists and returns to her room to study alone, deciding to pass the exam by her own efforts. Soon the midterm exam comes. After completing all the exams, Anya is very confident. Twilight, however, is unsure of Anya's performance. He infiltrates Eden Academy disguised as a teacher, intending to manipulate Anya's scores. Later, Twilight sees a suspicious man outside the building where the exam papers are stored. The man's name is Daybreak, a rookie agent who dreams of becoming a well-known agent. Daybreak receives a commission from Damien's enemies to lower Damien's grades. He is so amateur that he is almost discovered by security guards several times during his infiltration into the building. Twilight, worrying that Daybreak will catch the guards' attention, has been secretly clearing the traces left by him. Before entering the archives, Daybreak is asked for identification by a security guard. But as an agent, he did not even prepare identification in advance. Seeing that he is about to be suspected by the security guard, Twilight quickly walks out with forged credentials in his hand, falsely claiming that it was dropped by Daybreak, and then enters the archives with him. Daybreak is so stupid that he doesn't suspect Twilight at all. After knocking Twilight out at the door of the archives, he enters the archives to manipulate Damien's grades and even wants to leave his name on the exam papers to improve his reputation. When Twilight notices Daybreak's stupid move, he can't help but stop it. Secret agents usually worry about their identities being exposed, but in order to increase his fame, Daybreak asks Twilight to spread today's event and then leaves. Twilight, shocked by Daybreak's stupidity, hastens to change Damien's scores back to prevent him from being expelled from school due to poor grades. After all, without Damien, Twilight cannot approach Desmond. Immediately after Twilight finds Anya's test paper, he is surprised to find that Anya has passed all the exams and he is inexplicably a little happy. When the results are officially announced, he pretends to sternly blame Anya for just slightly passing every subject because he doesn't want Anya to be too proud. However, Anya reads Twilight's thoughts and smiles triumphantly. The most unlucky person in this incident is Daybreak. Damien earns a Stella star with excellent grades in the midterms, causing Daybreak to fail to receive commissions. But that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss new video, and I'll see you soon.